This is episode 32. Welcome to the KJ&A podcast. I'm Jay.
And I'm Kay. Kevin.
And, since we started on this crazy new venture of widening our scope, since we're not just doing anime films anymore, we decided we were going to just jump into, resolutions, being the first episode. That was fun.
Yeah.
But this week, I think we're going to do a mobile game. And you know what? The thing that's literally taking up all our time.
And both of us, we discuss it frequently. Like, send me your decks. Send me what deck you're using.
I blame Kevin for this. So if you
it was all me because I insisted that he try it after I played it for a couple of days. I was like, Jay, you gotta play this shit. It's so good.
And I will tell you what, Marvel, you got a banger.
Marvel Snap. When I came in here and I was like, hey guys, I'm at like collector level 400 something. You guys should check this out. And they started playing it, and I came back the next week and they were like, we're at like 800. And I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah. See, what had happened was.
Oh yeah.
So, Marvel, I don't know what you did to make this sucker so freaking addicting. I don't know if it's the cards, the artwork. I don't know if it's the system. I don't know if it's the various places you can play your cards, so your locations, or like your incentives to play when you're getting stuff in your inbox.
It's the randomness.
It's pure randomness.
It's not totally random because you still have the ability to have some sort of strategy.
Right.
And if you're listening, it's Marvel Snap, people.
Yeah,
Marvel fucking Snap. If you have the ability to have strategy, but the good thing is that you can play these games in like 5 minutes.
Right.
If that against live players, I don't know if it's genuinely live players because I don't know.
You might come across a couple of bots. You might not know they're bots because they've named these things outside of the bot category so well that you will not notice that they are bots.
People have mottos where I'm like, I haven't even seen where you could possibly get those mottos.
Mottos.
Like at the bottom, like mine says "Silver Couch Surfer." Or titles. Titles is what they're called.
Titles, I think you can also get from when you're past level 1000.
Which I just got to.
All right. So from now your collector boxes, your collector reserves.
Yeah.
You're going to start getting like
variants.
New icons, variants, new cards themselves, collector tokens. You're going to get gold. You're going to get credits.
Credits, yeah.
You're going to get a bunch of stuff. But it's so random. Of course, now you have to do 12 collector levels to get to that chest. So that means you have to play a crap ton with your cards to get enough boosters to boost your cards to infinite and beyond.
But then you also have to which means you have to make decks with cards that you don't often play with.
Right.
Which is also a good strategy.
Right. It creates the ability of you as a player to create decks around a single card that will help that card or help multiple cards in your deck to grow from all that effort that you're putting into finding someone.
Yeah.
So it's a huge...
And you know what's funny is you and I, like, what's your collector level right now? I'm just curious.
Pardon the music in the background, folks.
No, I'm just curious what your collector level is now because mine is like 1,016, I think.
I'm at 1,102.
Okay, so we're not super far off anymore.
No.
But but like the thing that gets me is that we both have different cards that we've received. Like, like you said, you don't have Ghost Rider.
No.
I have Ghost Rider, and you have Hela, and I don't have Hela yet.
Yeah, so if you're wondering about that, tell us what Ghost Rider does.
Ghost Rider, he takes a discarded card and puts him on the field in whatever location he's in. So you can take like now this episode is almost going to be solely if you play Marvel Snap, you know what the fuck we're talking about.
Correct. This is a Marvel specific episode, so if you want to download Marvel Snap,
oh my god,
I'll tell you right now, go ahead and download that sucker. You will not You will not be sorry.
And the minute that they make guilds and being able to play your friends, which they haven't made yet, and I want them to make so fucking bad.
It's upcoming.
It better be upcoming. We're gonna make a KJNA podcast guild, and you can join.
Oh yeah, join our guild when we make it.
And whatever the fuck they're gonna call it, if they're gonna call it guilds, whatever. But if you take like Lady Sif, who destroys the highest level card in your, for example, Infinite.
Yeah,
who
if you do not play, you have to not play on turn 5 to be able to play the Infinite, who is a 6 cost but with 20 power.
Yeah, 20 power is a big fucking deal.
That's probably
that's one of the strongest ones. Yeah. And so if you take Sif, destroy Infinite, and then play Ghost Rider, who is a 4 power card.
Yep.
Not 4 power, a 4 cost card. You put him down, and then he pulls down Infinite. You just played 24 power in one. Now, granted, you have to specifically, like, it's a matter of how you draw.
Mm-hmm.
But, I mean, I don't know. It's Ghost Rider is a really good card if you play a discard deck.
Right.
And now, Jay, what's that card that you have that I don't have? The Hela card?
Oh, Hela is a 6 cost with 6 power, but her on reveal, so when she flips over, her power is to play all cards you discarded from your hand to random locations. So if you have nothing but 6 cost cards in your hand, maybe like a couple of 1s and 2s.
The ones that discard the other cards?
Oh, yeah, just discard. Yeah, guess what they're going to do? They're going to kill all your high power cards, and then when you play Hela on that last turn, guess what she's going to do? Pull all those high power cards right back in random locations. Literally owning the field.
Yeah. Because when they play them, they also activate their abilities, which makes a big difference. Like with Odin. Like, if you have Ghost Rider and Odin, and you've discarded Odin, then that means Ghost Rider's going to pull down Odin. Odin's going to activate Ghost Rider again, and Ghost Rider's going to pull another 6 level or whatever other card you've discarded before. And granted, a lot of the cards that discard are random, except for, like, Colleen Wing, who discards the lowest, and Lady Sif discards the highest.
You can also play cards like Gambit, who discards cards from both players' hands. Moon Knight, who does the same thing.
Yeah, Moon Knight discards both cards from both players' hands.
So,
it is huge. You could have a whole deck that's nothing but discarding other cards, but at the same time, you need to bring in. I have that card. Come on.
I know, but I have him.
Did you finally get it?
I finally got it.
He finally got Patriot. He was really happy about that. Now, Patriot, again, we're going to be talking about Marvel Snap this whole time, so I feel like this is like an advertisement, but Patriot boosts all. Oh, did you finally make a Patriot deck?
I've cloned yours for now, so that I have all these great cards to use.
So I made a Patriot deck that was almost solely based off of getting Patriot out there, because Patriot gives a +2 to any cards that don't have abilities. Mm-hmm. So you've got like Shocker, Misty Knight, Cyclops, Abomination, The Thing. They all get a +2. If you put him out, and then you add not Odin, Onslaught. Onslaught.
Ongoing abilities.
Yeah. Onslaught doubles the ongoing ability, so every other card that you've put down has a +4. And then if you also add Blue Marvel into that,
it's +1 to
which is a +1 to every card. I mean, these are the nerdy ass things that we're thinking about, because the only other game that I've ever become as obsessed with as I am with Marvel Snap was Clash Royale.
Since for some reason I became a primary mobile gamer, and I think actually, you know what? It's not a weird, because I've gone through too many freaking game systems, game consoles, and they will die out, and they still cost $100 or more to buy again or to replace. Guess what? I'm not going to do. I'm not going to constantly replace these goddamn things. So mobile gaming just became an easier and less monetary.
But at the same time, when I'm playing a mobile game like Marvel Snap, like, I would love to invest some money into it, because I think the developers deserve it.
Yeah, I mean, to get a season pass, Yeah.
That makes me so fucking mad, though. Their season pass is, what was it, $10? $10 for a month, and all you get is the season pass for that month. $10. And you might get like a few extra icons.
The only new card that has been brought out this month for the season pass is
That
going
Sabretooth?
to be Zabu.
Yeah, Zabu. Who has a really cool ability. I'll give him that.
It's on par with Sarah, basically.
Where he pulls out, was it 3 and 4, 2 and 3 cards?
I'd have to look it up.
Yeah, but he has a pretty cool ability. But like they had the Black Panther one when the Black Panther movie came out,
Yep.
and they also had the last one was Silver Surfer. Which also is a good ability. I've seen people use him with Wong, which
My complimentary deck, I've got Mr. Fantastic, I've got Silver Surfer, Wolfsbane, and Ironheart. All 3 cost, and he ups theirs by 1, I think.
yeah,
1 power. I mean, yeah, it's just 1 power, but if you put him in a proper spot, he can do it twice, thus upping him by 2.
and I thought of a random something that I saw today, which totally random, but a combo of Magneto and Kingpin. Now, you put Kingpin down, anyone who moves there gets destroyed. Magneto moves 3s and 4s to that location when he gets put down.
Okay.
And so basically, anything that moves there gets destroyed. And so I saw someone use that, and I was like, granted, I won. But I was still like,
Granted.
that's a good combo. If you get it into an area where it's empty, and you can pull all of the enemy's 3s and 4s over to that location, and they get destroyed by the Kingpin,
Yeah.
done. Like that's a pretty good moveset. But my point is, mobile games, like I played Marvel Snap, and I played Clash Royale, and I think I played Clash Royale for a solid year and some change, where I was daily making sure I had all my dailies done, all my weeklies done. Like I would give a solid hour to that game every day, because it wasn't so much that based on how much money you put into it. It was based on the skill. Like it was a combination of skill and it was a combination of skill and how much you played, because you could level your cards up to 13 in Clash Royale, but if you played someone who was a few levels lower than you, they could still kick your ass, because it was all a matter of placement, how you defended against other people. It was like a 3-tower system, and I don't know. I remember I got up into the like leagues where they were playing in tournaments.
Jesus.
Like genuine making money tournaments. And I invested probably like $50-$60 in that game. Damn. Because I was like, I want this fucking chest. I want this chest that's guaranteed to have that character that I want. Because it was still a random, like, you open the chest and hope that you get the new character, the new legendary character, whatever that you want. But I played that game so much. And that game, it was fun. I had such a good time playing, because I had a couple buddies who were playing with me too. So we would all be talking about our new strategies and what we were doing, just like we're doing with Marvel Snap right now.
Exactly. That's you dragged us into this.
Yeah, and so I did drag you into this, because there's been a couple games where I'm like, hey Jay, you gotta play this game because it's really fun.
That's fair.
And but it's like with Marvel Snap, I feel like when I'm playing a mobile game and I'm probably investing an hour or two every day, and I don't have to pay shit, I feel obligated to give them some money, because they made something amazing.
Right.
They made it so fucking pretty. Like, granted, you can upgrade your cards. Does it make them more powerful?
No.
Nope. It makes them prettier.
Yeah.
It makes me look at it and go, oh, I can tilt it slightly to the left and right occasionally, and it makes it look animated. Oh, look, it's got an animated border now.
Or like I said, I think I got 3 variants of Hawkeye now.
I have 3 variants of Vulture because I used a move deck for a really long time, and now have 2 variants of Carnage because one of the collectible caches gave me a pixelated version of Carnage, and I'm like, this looks dumb as shit.
Yeah, I mean, I think I got a pixelated Ironheart and a pixelated Doctor Strange. I'm like, I mean, they're cool, but they're not as cool as they could be. Like the symbiote variants that I've seen.
Oh my! I love the symbiote.
Symbiote variants are probably the best.
Symbiote Cosmo
right.
is ridiculous, and there's a symbiote Daredevil I've seen a lot of people use.
Really?
Not Daredevil. Symbiote Deadpool.
Okay.
That I've seen people use.
Oh, Venompool is
Venompool. Yeah.
Because he's huge.
He's fucking huge.
Ridiculous.
Yeah, and like there's so many Venom. I have a Venomized Nova. Which
I still need Venom himself.
Oh yeah,
I haven't gotten him yet. But
I only got him because he was in my collector's store.
Exactly. See, that's the best. That's the best thing. Even if you do not manage to grab a card, there's a way to get it. Even if you don't do the season pass, there's a way to get it eventually. You'll have.
Yeah,
to
like
play
I got Nakia and I got what's the other one? Okoye, yeah, that boosts all your other cards in your hand by +1. I got both of those, but I didn't buy the season pass. I haven't got Black Panther yet.
Yeah.
But
his on reveal is basically he gets like +5 power, so he starts at 4, but then
he doubles his power.
Yeah. So once you play him in a place where it's like, Bar Sinister, yeah, he'll go up to 9, but then his next one doubles it to 18.
Yeah.
And the next one will still start at 9. It'll go up to 18.
But then you could do 18. A simple fucking just put Odin down, and he will 36.
Oh yeah.
You know, and oh my god, like there's so many combos that you can do. But the key to Marvel Snap is realizing that you're not always gonna get the cards that you want. So having one good combo is fantastic. Good, you got your good combo, but having multiple ways to achieve a good high cost, a high level of power in locations like this new deck I was telling you about today that I started yesterday. It's a discard deck using Ghost Rider, and I only have 2 high level cards, but the rest of the deck is getting more cards in my deck. Mm-hmm. It's like half getting cards in my deck and half discarding cards out of my deck.
Correct.
Because it's like if I put Morbius down, he's going to give me a lot of shit if I'm discarding a lot.
Correct.
If I have Ghost Rider and I have Lady Sif is going to take out them high level cards, Ghost Rider is going to bring them back down. And it's like, and the thing with Marvel Snap is it's only 6 turns.
Yeah.
6 turns, but the strategy
7 at most, because there is a card.
There's the limbo.
There's a card and a location that can give you a 7th round.
No, when they give you a 7th round, like with my discard deck, I'm like, I'm out of cards.
Yeah, so,
I got nothing.
So if you have the Magic card, Magic literally chops a location and turns it into Limbo, thus giving you a 7th round. Or Limbo literally appears and you get a 7th round per that game. So it's fun to have that 7th round. Sometimes detrimental, depending.
Yeah.
Or, it all depends on how you play your hand at the time.
You know what got me? Throughout the game, every once in a while, they'll pop up a location that's like the hot location, which means it'll pop up almost. Yeah, it'll pop up almost every round that you play. At one point, last weekend, I think it was the Hulk location, where after the 3rd location, everyone turns to the Hulk. You know what people were pulling in all the time? Fucking Shang-Chi. And they would put Shang-Chi down on those Hulk locations and destroy every Hulk you had.
I gotta say, I freaking hate Shang-Chi, even though I have him.
I have Shang-Chi too, and I'm still like, I don't want to put him in that.
Yeah, it's like, why am I putting him in? You know how often people get above a 9 in a location? It's so hard to be like, oh yeah, let me just throw him into this hand. No, don't. You can be a dick and do it in one location. That's it. Unless you have that randomized shit where it's like, oh, copy a card to another location. And he just like...
Thanks, Sinister London.
Oh, hey, buddy.
Yeah. Yeah.
So now you got 2 cards and 2 locations that are above 9.
Like this is totally self-service, this whole episode, because we're talking about Marvel Snap.
Yeah, this is basically a shameless promotion for a game that we love. And if you hear this, go ahead and download it. When you do, if they have guilds, join our guild. We will have a shit ton of fun. We will talk all kinds of strategy. We'll even make a Facebook group just based on this.
Oh my god, I love it so much. But I mean,
Discord,
like,
whatever.
I have so many different types of decks now. Like, and I've named each one of them. Like, I've got my Patriot deck, which is based around Patriot and Blue Marvel, which is getting as many cards on the field as possible.
I'm showing
what are you
Kevin
showing me?
Kevin my complement deck, which is basically a deck that can equal up to 6 with my cards each round. Now I want to improve it because
What do you
I
mean
have
equal up to 6?
5 and 5. Well, 5 and 1, 6. 5 and 1, 6. 4 and 2, 6. 4 and 2,
So
6.
you don't have any 6s in this deck.
Correct. It's a non-6 deck.
I
can
made a
improve
deck
upon
that was called "Fuck You," and it was all cards that fuck with the other person's deck.
That's fair. I think I have a sabotage deck as well.
Yeah, that was it. It was like all like add +1 to this deck. You draw a card, but that card is worth 6 now. So it didn't matter what card I made you draw. It was a +6.
Yeah.
I mean, it was a 6 power cost
so
to put it down now. So you could draw Squirrel Girl and be like a 6 cost.
Or do you really want to play Squirrel Girl there? Because she's only worth at a power of 1. So that location only gets 1, even though she costs 6.
Have you used this complement deck at all?
Yes. I have.
Have you? Does it work?
Yeah. It does. Like I said,
I'd
came
have to
up-
look at each card just to understand.
I put it together not...
Like,
not
I don't
by-
have Silver Surfer.
Yeah, see, I put it together for the 3s because of Silver Surfer. Because he gives them +1.
You'd want a shit ton of 3s in a deck with Silver Surfer, but you only have 3.
Yeah, but if I put them all in one location, they're fine. Like, I literally would use Mr. Fantastic. He takes out his arms, hits 2 locations for 2.
Uh-huh.
I can then use...
Captain America.
Yep, I can use Captain America there to up his power.
Yeah.
Then
+2,
use
and
Ironheart. And
which
then,
adds +2 to whatever is around.
and then I could use Wolfsbane in that location. Boom, and then hit Silver Surfer and compliment everybody.
You don't have Wolfsbane in this.
Oh, not that one?
No.
Okay. What other cards do I have?
You have Silver Surfer, which will boost all of them.
Yeah.
You have Rock Slide, which I just got
Oh, I use Rock Slide only because Rock Slide and
into your opponent's
Light
deck,
Wing.
which is a good fuck you deck, which would add into that.
because I was also looking at that compliment as well. I was like, all right,
Black Bolt is a good one for fuck you deck. I have Black Bolt as well, but I haven't ever used him. And then there's Abomination, which just does whatever he does.
yeah. So it's a
I
good.
don't like Zero. Why would you put Zero in
I put 0 in there to compliment Abomination because he doesn't have a power, so he can't take anything away from him.
Okay.
So on that last turn, I can literally make it 6. But it's plus,
See,
it's plus that 3.
Again,
to that
it's
location.
because of the strategy. Like the good combination of like you can have cards. Like you could do all 1 cost cards, and you could put down cards every fucking turn. But the problem is, you only get 20 cards in your, no, it's not
12
20
cards.
cards. 12 cards in your deck.
Right.
And you only get 6 rounds, so you can pull extra cards. But then, like, it's a matter of deciding what is most important. Fuck, I forgot what I was gonna say because I was so distracted. But like Zero makes the abilities of the next card you play useless, which would be fine if you had like Lady Sif and you were like, I don't want her to fucking kill this card that I'm about to play.
Red Skull.
Red Skull would be a good combo with Zero.
Let me go ahead and make that one change to that deck because guess what? Abomination's good,
Red Skull would be better.
but Red Skull
give you
is
that.
so much better.
Yeah. But I feel like there's also a like you could make a deck. I've made a couple decks where they were mostly low cost cards.
Right.
But the problem with low cost cards is there were a lot of cards that control them. Like Let me tell you how many times Killmonger has destroyed whatever.
Oh, I could tell you right now, the deck that would destroy me with Killmonger right now,
My Patriot deck.
my on reveal right now, puts out Agent 13,
Uh huh.
Iceman, and also Yondu. So I destroy a card, I pull a card, and I make another card on my opponent's deck +1, and I use Beast to bring those 3 cards back to me at 0 cost, because he takes 1 off of their cost.
Yeah.
So they're straight zeros now. And I just replayed them and used their abilities again. So I'm like, hey, new card. Hey, killed another one of your cards.
Okay.
Made another
Hey.
one too high for you to use right now.
I saw a Beast come up on my collector's token, but they don't give you enough collector's tokens. Because I feel like it took me forever to save up for that Ghost Rider.
I still need 500 more to get Deadpool. And I'm just got him pinned. He's just sitting there, so I'm not collecting.
Deadpool's
anything.
not worth it though.
Really? You think so?
I used him. You got to think about the amount of time. Like I have my my destroy deck, which is Carnage, which destroys every other card and gives him +2 for every card he destroys.
gotta have
You got Squirrel Girl is detrimental to
Mr.
that
Sinister.
deck. To Mr. Sinister, adding an extra card for 2.
Yeah.
You could put Deadpool down, which is fine. He's a 1/1.
But
but then
Sabretooth and Wolverine.
Yeah.
Also,
I have both of them in my destroy deck.
Bucky Barnes.
Bucky is in my destroy deck because he is a quality ass.
That's a quality card.
That
That's
is a quality ass card. But the thing with Deadpool is the amount of times you have to play him
to get him.
in order for him to be useful. Because I tell you from experience, I have my destroy deck. I have Deadpool. I put his ass down, and I'm like, okay, you're going to be worthwhile. Now, if you attached a Hulkbuster to him,
Ooh, that's not a bad idea.
and then he became a 5, and then you destroyed him, and he became a 10, that would be useful. But the amount of times that happens,
Very, very.
because when you put Hulkbuster down, you don't decide where he goes.
it
because-
decides where it goes.
Yeah, Hulkbuster on my move deck, if I put him on multiple man, it's done.
That's facts.
Because when
facts.
I put Hulkbuster on multiple man, I got Doctor Strange on the right. He sucks in multiple man. Multiple man is in 2 places now. Then I use Heimdall. Heimdall moves with 2 over, and that's multiple man in 4 places. Like
Yeah.
I love my move deck. That is a staple for me when I feel like I'm just gonna win some shit.
Yeah, that's
I'll
facts.
play my move deck because I have so many move cards. Dagger is fun to use if you play her plus Cloak properly.
Oh yeah.
Because the problem with the decks is like you can't have all decks that are just destroy. I mean, you can't have all cards that are just destroy or just move. You have to have a proper combination. Like you have to think about the times when you're not going to draw what you want.
No, this is a strategy-based game. This is chess, but with cards. Mm-hmm. Each card has its value. Each card has its ability, just like every piece in chess. And depending on how you move, will determine how you win or lose the game.
And that's what I really loved about Clash Royale.
Right.
Is because it didn't matter what cards you had because there weren't many cards to choose from. It was how you played them.
Okay.
And it was the timing that you played them. Because I don't know if you played Clash Royale. Did you play it at all?
I don't think so.
Okay, well, it was a 3. You had your King Tower and you had your 2 Archer Towers.
Okay.
On both sides. And there was a grid where you could place your cards, and you had a ton of different, like maybe 30, 40 different cards that you could choose from, depending on what level you were on. But building your combination of deck and then playing them based on the timing of how, because your energy would replenish like every 3 seconds, you get 1 energy. So you're like, the whole game, you're like, okay, I'm going to place this. Most of the beginning of games was you and your opponent waiting for your energy to get to 10. Because 10 was the max. And so you're just like, wait. And then once you get to 8, you're like, boom! You put your super big one in the back. Your super big one comes up, and your super big ones always move slow. So you let them slowly move their way to the top. And by the time they're past the Archer Tower, you've got back up to 10. You put some distance damage dealers behind your big tank.
Oh, shit.
And then by the time they get to the bridge, which is the crossover between your area and their area, because once they cross the bridge, your Archer Towers are hitting them and whatever they put on their side to keep man, it was like so many strategies you could use in that game. Like, I remember watching YouTube videos on specific square placement based on where the opponent was playing. I paid attention to that shit. Like, I was so into that game. There were times where, like, at one point, it's like depending on what the meta was. Like, at one point, playing Snap, even the past 2 months, it was like the meta at one point was move decks.
Yeah.
Move decks were the meta at some point.
Move decks and people playing Killmonger, Shang-Chi. I've seen a lot of people play Doom and Ultron.
Oh, yeah. I've seen a lot of Ultron recently.
And Leader.
Ultron plus Patriot is an ass kicker if they get it out.
Speaking of which.
Yeah. Yeah, right? Right?
Let me check something out real quick.
But
that's right. We're mid-podcast, and I'm just like, do I have
shit. Do I have Ultron? Yeah, I have Ultron. But,
ooh, he's a 6.
It's a big, like, it was a move deck, and it's also a matter of what tier you're in, because you're playing against people who are similar tiers. And so, like, putting your move deck with because let me tell you how many times I've played those games where I have my move deck, and one of the locations is if they move here, they die. You're like, retreat. Like, I'm done.
Yeah, that's Fisk's Tower.
Yeah, Fisk Tower. Fuck that.
and complementary to Fisk Tower, if you have Kingpin in your deck, he does the same thing. If a card moves here, they get destroyed. So, guess what? If you want to really dominate in a move possible area, go ahead and put out Wilson Fisk. He says no.
Yeah.
There's no moving here.
Yeah. If you have a move deck and they have Fisk, that's the end of the game. Retreat.
Good cards to have in a move deck. I would say Iron Fist.
Fist.
Doctor Strange.
Yep.
Vulture.
Yep.
Multiple Man.
Of course.
Craven.
Craven's good.
Yes.
I have Dagger.
Cloak.
Yeah.
Gotta have
Cloak and Dagger are both good. Cloak, because they're all in my move deck.
Yes.
Cloak allows you to move people to that location, but it's always good to put Craven before you put down Cloak, because even if the enemy moves something there, it adds to Craven's power level.
Gotta love Craven.
Yep, Craven's great. And then Cloak moves over, and whatever amount of cards are on the enemy's team gives her +2 for everyone, and she can move multiple times in a match, and so she can get like the +6 one time, and then when they move over, she'll get whatever's there, like consistent moving.
Yeah, see, Heimdall is your perfect for the end game.
Yes,
he pulls them over.
I love when I pull out that Heimdall, because they're like the enemy is trying to pull, win everything, and I'm like, that's fine. You keep taking that right location. I'm going to take the left too. That's all I care about.
You only have to win 2.
Exactly.
Don't be an overachiever.
Man, when people try and like own everything, there's a point in the match, probably about round 2 or 3, where I'm like, I'm gonna take these 2 areas.
Yeah.
And the other one, fuck it. Well, if you're putting a whole shitload in one area, I'm gonna take the other 2.
Yeah.
Like, that's all I care about.
Like 9 times out of 10, what you want to do is you want to spread your resources around so that they're not just all in one place, especially considering that your higher level cards have higher power to them.
Yeah.
So, let's be smart, folks. Just move it around. Spread the wealth.
Oh my god, we could talk about this fucking
game. We could talk about this game so many different times. But let's not.
I could. If you guys have questions and you want to talk strategy, you can message us on the KJNA community, because we will talk about the shit all day.
We will talk
to each other about it
constantly
all the time.
Almost, if not every day, every other day, we're like, hey, what's your deck looking like?
Hey,
right
Kevin, text me your deck. Send me your deck.
Facts. Like I said, I like to show off my newer decks here and there, but I'm like, do I really want to use that in my deck?
I love seeing your strategies. Like, I look at other people's decks and I'm like, what is your plan? Like, what is the goal of what your strategy is? Because I know when they make guilds, inevitably,
it's
Marvel
gonna
Snap,
have to be. It's gonna be a thing.
There's going to be a share my deck button.
Yeah. It's gonna.
There's no question.
I mean, people have already been doing it on like YouTube, showing off decks and probably playing verbatim. And at some point, I would like to figure out how that occurs. I don't know if this is a game that you can play on your PC. If it is a game you can play on your PC and you can actually Twitch it or something like that.
I would totally Twitch that shit. I would play this game for a fucking hour on Twitch
easily.
and be like, "Oh, this is how I'm playing this shit." Like,
Yeah, I mean, this is what card should I put in this deck right here? What should I have in this deck?
Yeah,
I
would totally do that for the KJNA podcast. I would be like, "Let's do this shit."
Yeah, let's get into it.
I wonder if I can. Now I'm gonna look it up. If I can get Marvel Snap on my. You got some brains, buddy.
Bro. So, ladies and gentlemen, this has been our Marvel Snap episode.
Yeah, because we've gone for more than half an hour on this shit.
So, we've been talking Marvel Snap. We've also talked about Clash.
I mean, it's mobile games that have, that we've been obsessed with. And so what mobile games have you been obsessed with?
Yes, I think I posted last week about mobile games that I had been playing, or the week before.
Yeah, you screenshotted some shit.
Oh yeah, I play a lot of anime-based games.
You did.
They're pretty
That's
fun.
That's fine. I can't do the fucking what is it called? Those games that you just sit back and wait for them to do shit.
I mean, I do go on autopilot for some of them.
No, not autopilot, but like shit. What is it called? The ones where
they collect like resources while you're
away. Yeah. What the fuck is it called?
I forgot.
Oh my god,
it's terrible that I forgot the title.
Yeah, it's the ones that like if they're attacking something,
like when you're in limbo.
Yeah, kind of, yeah.
Like you're in limbo, but the game's actually still
going. Yeah, I don't like those games.
I mean, I'd rather have them collect resources for upgrading characters for me, and I think at least 2 of the games I play are like that because they're based on. I think they're made by the same company.
Yeah.
But I don't think it's anything wrong with that as long as they're just collecting resources. They're not actually like fighting and shit. They're just collecting resources. I'd rather have something collect resources because I'll tell you what, sometimes going through some of these stages can be a bitch and a half. So, yeah. So, Marvel Snap.
Clash. I will play this shit all day. Clash Royale, I can't talk about it so much anymore, but
I can tell you right now,
I used to love that game.
My brother-in-law, David, obsessed with Snap. Yeah, we're all.
Oh yeah, he's even more obsessed than both of us.
He's way higher than both.
Way higher.
He's probably getting close to 2,000. He'll hit like in the 40s or 50s. He's probably getting close to 2,000.
Holy fuck! Does he do anything?
Besides
play Snap.
I mean, I think that's his major mobile game right now. That's his major mobile game.
I mean, that's my major mobile game. It's that and Heroes and Hordes. I don't know if you played that, but Heroes and Hordes, I've been playing that.
Recently, I've been trying to put in more work on this Gundam game I play, and you can literally build your own Gundam from parts from other Gundams.
Really?
Yeah, so it's based on like the literal like the models I build.
Yeah.
So they're based on Gundam models. So you take parts, you can collect the parts, and you can put them together in any different fashion. I have several, and you can make skins for them, and the skins are based on parts that you already have in your hand. So I can make a basic model and then add the skin on top of it that will power up that base model with skills from those parts of the other models that are like top tier.
That makes me think of this game, and I wish I could remember the name of it, but it was an older PS3 game where it was real-time strategy.
Okay.
So it was like, grid-based, like almost like Final Fantasy Tactics.
Yeah.
But it was, you had mechs, and each mech per person, you could build individually, like what you like. You could do the chest, you could do the arm pieces, you could do the leg. I want to say Mech Warrior, but I feel like that's wrong. But it was all strategy. Like this arm could shoot rockets at an 8 square distance, and oh my god, what was it called? I loved that game, and I would play that shit again if I had the opportunity. Like Final Fantasy Tactics, I come back to it every couple of years because it's so good. I love it so much. Give me them grids, give me them time, like XCOM almost, or what is it called? World of Warcraft was good. It wasn't similar, but not World of Warcraft, but Warcraft. Period.
Yeah.
The original. I fucking loved that game.
See, it's all about strategy. Strategy games
are where it's at. Now, when I was younger, fuck strategy. Now that I'm older, it's just like programming.
Yeah.
When I was younger, programming, fuck that. I don't want to program. Now I'm older, I'm like, I want to do all the math, and I want to program everything, and I want to have every detail built by me. Like, I want all of it. Like, if I had infinite resources right now, like real resources, I would sit at home and I would spend 10 hours a day learning how to program, making details, and making my magnum opus video game.
There's nothing wrong with that.
That's what I would do. It would be my game, and I would post that shit to Steam, and like,
boom,
and it would be randomized. So much randomization so that you could play that game 100 million times and it would never be the same.
Makes me think of Fable just a little bit. I loved Fable.
Spelunky, in my opinion. Spelunky was always different. I don't know if you've played oh my god, what was the name of that game? Where you had to move to the beat. You were in a dungeon, but you had to move and do all your actions on the beat.
Jesus.
It was so fun. It was so good. I have it on my PlayStation. What the fuck is it called? I'm going to show you when we're done. I will log into my PlayStation and show you my library when we're done with this shit. Because the name of the game... God damn it. If you're listening to this podcast, you're probably yelling into your podcast. But I loved that game. Because it was just like the whole thing was... And you had to move to the beat. And if you were off beat, you lost like times damage or anything. Like hitting enemies, you had to move and decide where the enemies were going to be moving, and realize if you were going to destroy it. It was so much. Okay, anyways, we're going to talk about mobile games. We can talk about video games all day long.
Oh yeah, we can do it all day.
All day.
Get ready for more of this, because
oh my god,
once again, we're freed up. We can do whatever we want.
Let me know what you want to hear, because we can bullshit all day long.
Yep.
But if you'd like to contact us, you can contact us on kjnapodcast@gmail.com.
Correct.
That's the direct. Let us know you're interested.
That's
email.
Right. But you can also find us on KJNA Podcast at Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, and on Twitter.
And TikTok.
I said that.
Did you?
Yeah.
Fuck, I'm out of it. And then you can also get the KJNA community
with Facebook
on Facebook, where we can talk directly to you because it comes directly to our phones, and we're
That's
like,
right.
oh shit, people are talking.
That's right. We like to drop the good morning every morning, try to give you a little motivation, get through your day, and then after that, we try to shoot you shit. With KJNA community, you also get KJNA chat. So that's an even more direct to us because, it's right to us, and everybody in a pretty 58 members right now that we hope to grow.
Yeah.
So, come join us.
Come join us. It's so fun.
One of us.
One of us. One of us.
So, once again, signing off. I am Jay.
And I am Kay. Thank you so much for listening.